headed over to Veronica Cardenas and Kevin Close's Fix and Flip that they just finished, and it is going on the market for sale. And it looks like there's a huge turnout. So let's go learn something. Let me show you how it's all going down. Yeah.
Hey everybody, how are we all doing?
What's your name?
Veronica.
Veronica Cardenas.
That's right. And we are here on the property that I just got, and door knocking actually, and talking to the neighbors, and this is what you can get. So,
Door knocking, what does that mean? What made you come to this house?
because it was foreclosure. They were in pre-foreclose for 3 months. So I came in, door knock, and find out that the owner passed away 8 months ago. So I started door knocking the neighbors and asking them some information, and I got the son's phone number, and that's how I got the property, by talking to the son.
Pre-foreclosure? This isn't the probate one?
It came to probate.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we took it to the judge, and and we had to go to probate.
So then you...
Because it wasn't on the will.
Okay. You got it under contract, and then what did you do? Because Kevin Close is in on this, right?
He funded.
Oh, okay.
He funded it, so yeah.
Nice. And is it finished or almost?
Almost.
Almost finished?
Couple more weeks.
And you acquired it for how much?
171.
171. And what is the ARV? The after repair value, for those of you who don't know. What?
270.
171, 270. How much do you have in on it?
We're gonna be doing like 35,000.
35,000. How much do you yourself have in on it? $0?
$0.
That's why I call her Wonder Woman, people. Do I not call you Wonder Woman?
Yes, you do.
All right, cool. Thanks, Veronica. That's a rock star right there. Dude, the lighting is dark. Yeah, so there's still a decent amount of work to be done, but it looks like the flooring's getting taken care of. There's some new cabinet work. Looks like it's probably a master bath. Uh-oh, what do I see out there? Hey, when I was a skateboarder, backyard. Ooh, little hot tub right there. That's kind of deep, honestly. I don't know if you guys can tell, but you could fit 8 people in there and have fun. And then you've got the pool. I thought I might be able to skateboard in it, but those turns look pretty tight. But look at this. If you could do something over there, kind of waterfall action, put a plant back in there somehow, that would be nice. All right, so we already got the person who found this house door knocking. Who are these two curious people in my camera here?
I'm Kevin. This is my daughter, Jerica.
Nice to meet you. I'm Andrew. Cool. And so, Kevin, so Veronica gets this house under contract, and then what happens?
Well, she was going to wholesale it, but she thought there was more to be made in flipping it. But she needed somebody to fund the down payment and the rehab, and that's where I came in. But I just didn't want to do it for an interest payment and a couple of points on the money I lended, so I asked her, I told her that I wanted to be a joint venture partner and participate in equity and help with the rehab. So we worked out terms. She got a little more because she found the deal.
Right.
And we're both contributing to the rehab with our resources, our subcontractors, etc. And it works out for me because I live a long way away.
Yeah.
And she's closer, so she can be here more often. But we're both contributing our subcontractors and our vendors, our material suppliers, and we're both doing the rehab. And we're doing a split on equity, and I'm not collecting any interest on the money.
And so how much do you have in on this?
$63,000.
63,000, and what are you going to get as a return?
It should be over 4 months. It should be 30%. So if you annualize it, it should be 90%, close to 100% return on money.
I almost pooped my pants, Kevin.
Yeah.
Did you just say 90%?
90%,
Maybe 100%. That's
If you
ridiculous.
annualize it over a year.
I've been part of our community for about 2 years. I'm excited. I love it here. You're not going to find a better group of people.
That's so awesome. Hey, last time I caught you on camera, you said you had let someone borrow how much money?
Which time? I mean, there was the 12 grand once, and now there's 25,000 out. That's in a fix and flip over in Atlanta.
That's so awesome. So the 12 grand one, 1 month later, what happened?
1 month later, I got a wire back for 12 grand 500. So that ends up being what, like 50% return, something like that, if you were to analyze it out. So
Like over the course of a year?
yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's so fantastic. What's it now? This other one is new to me. So you just said 25 grand?
oh yeah, so at our nationals in March, what happened was one of the other investors that I work with, who is a known money lender in the group, met up with somebody in Atlanta, and she's like, hey, you lend money. How about you lend me some money on this deal? So she sends the deal over to this other investor. The other investor's all tied up right now. He knows that I'm looking to lend, so he sent it over to me. So it's somebody who's part of our community. She does 30 to 40 flips a year. I saw the deal, I analyzed the property, I know how to draft up all the documents, I got on her insurance, I have a lien against the property, and it should cash out in the middle of September.
That's amazing. So what's going to be your return, do you think?
I do flat fee lending, so on 25 grand, I think that's like $6,100 that's going to come back on top of the 25 grand.
That's so incredible.
Yeah.
And where are you located? Where are you standing right now? Like what city?
I'm in Phoenix.
Phoenix.
Orlando.
And let's backtrack. You loaned 25K to someone where?
In Atlanta. Yep, we met
Part
her
of-
at nationals.
Part of our community?
Yep, nationwide.
And you're making money.
I learned how to own free and clear. I learned how to own in areas outside my area that are, I'm excited about the Airbnb to talk about when we get back into this area. But I do out of state too, and you can do that. So follow this team, follow Kevin, Sam, but I was part of that first mastermind, and that's what kicked it off for me. Is that people that are willing to help me, willing to work with me. And I wouldn't have been here otherwise. So Zach was a big part of that, so was Kevin. So.
Hello. Welcome everybody. We need Veronica. So these guys, Veronica and Kevin. So I met Veronica about 6 months ago, and Kevin about 4 months ago, and they're just amazing people. And I'll let them explain this property. But what it takes to do this is commitment. Okay. I don't care where you're starting or what your background is. My fiance had a background in social work, and she came in here and she is flourishing because she has a hard work ethic. These two are flourishing because of their commitment and their vision to what they want to do. And so wherever you're at in the world, I mean, we have people that are doing 1,000 deals a year on our team. We have people that have never done a deal before, and everyone in between, right? So wherever you're at, it's perfect, and wherever you're at, you can also take it to the next level. So these two are taking it to the next level, and I just want to introduce you guys. You guys are, I'm so proud of you, and you make us look good, so keep going.
Thank you everybody for coming. My name is Veronica, and I've been an investor for 2.5 years. I bought one of those gurus classes, I spent some money, and I've been on my own for the last, couple of years. I wanted a community. I was hoping to get a community, trying to get into a community because I needed some help. There's so much that you can do by you being on your own. you don't move forward. You know, you don't know what's going on in the world. So it's a lot of education, and I was very pleased to find this community and to be part of SACS and He's Right. And he helped me. You know, he walked me through this project. The way I found this house was it was a pre-foreclosure. The owner passed away more than 7 months ago. The kid, basically the son, gave up on the property because he didn't have any money, and the lawyer told him just to let it go. You know, it's not enough equity, just let it go, you know, do not even worry about it. So I came in, you know, door knocked on the property, nobody was home. I talked to the neighbors, you know, one of the neighbors gave me the phone number of the son. I contacted him. And I say, are you interested in selling the property? He said, no, I don't have any money, you know, I'm not interested, you know, blah, blah, blah. So I said, what if I put some money in your pocket? You know, I will do everything with the property. I will go to probate, you know, we will fight in court to get the property because it was not on the will. So he's like, but I don't have any money. And I said, don't worry about it to do.
Can you explain what probate is?
It's hard for me to explain it. Please help.
So there's a lot, we do a lot of pre-foreclosures, and what happens is when somebody passes away, they know if they have a mortgage on it, normally the family can't afford a second home, right? They're paying, most people are month to month, and what happens when somebody passes away, that mortgage will go unpaid, which puts it into the foreclosure process. And then we get somebody like our team, like Veronica or Kevin, they will come and either knock the door or start that conversation. So once that conversation is started, we have to get it out of the person's name that passed away. And we have to put it into an estate, and there's a process in Arizona. There's a couple different types of probate. This one, because of the property value and the value of the estate, we were able to do it in like, what, a week? A week. Some of them take months. And then if you have siblings, you have to have the siblings sign off it. Thankfully, he had a brother that relinquished his rights to it, and then they just divided the check. So that way you only need one signature. But so what it does is essentially you take the property and you move it into somebody's name that controls it. Now the support.
And as far as how your private lender, are you funding the entire thing, or is it hard money plus gap?
We took a hard money loan at 10%.
Okay.
At 10% of the purchase price.
All right.
So I funded the down payment.
Okay.
And I'm funding the rehab.
Okay.
Now, I didn't want to just make interest on this property in a point or two and be a lender and sit on the sidelines. I wanted to be involved in the project. So we combined our resources, subcontractors, vendors, and I said I want an equity position. We executed a joint venture agreement, a promissory note, and a deed of trust. And I'm going to take an equity position and split the profit majority. More going to her, less going to me because she can't.
Okay. All right. So is that fair?
Yes.
Or not? Yeah. Some of you are like, should it be 50-50? Or he has all the money, you didn't have to pay? Or fair or not?
Fair. I think it's fair.
As long as they're both smiling, it's fair. That's the way I look at it, right? Because it's interesting. I just spent some time last weekend with somebody talking about partnerships and about splits and money and all this other kind of stuff. The bottom line is there is no set thing. Because people say, what is the right amount for this, or this, right? It depends on experience. It depends on who's doing the work. It depends on a lot of different things. But it's good. You guys can. And so you got your purchase price. You got your rehab holding costs. And what do you expect that to be?
210 all in.
210 all in?
Yeah.
And then I know when you purchased it, you were using comps.
Yes.
Comparative meaning other homes that sold in the area, right? That were they remodeled, not remodeled? And
They were not
Weak remodels.
weak remodeled. And when you started this project, when you looked at it, decided you wanted to do it, you knew it was going to take a little while. What was the highest comps in the area?
270.
270. And what happened?
Well, I got another contract.
Okay. But I mean, what are comps now?
Oh, 270.
280.
We're up to 280.
There's one around the corner. You can drive by it when you leave on Turquoise. Same floor plan as this. You can even look it up and see what finishes they have in it. This one's gonna be nicer. It doesn't have a pool. Same square footage. And they want 280. Comps are 141 a foot, and they did 135 to 145 through the whole process. And they seem to be going up with it in this neighborhood. So yeah, we're gonna go a little bit under.
So at least 50, maybe more. How long? I know the probate process takes a bit of time, but from the time you're like, okay, well, you get in the house and we're going to be able to put it on the market, how long is that period of time?
Well, it took me like 3 months of chasing the
Right.
kid and doing some other stuff and going to probate and going to, judge and we finally got it. So it's gonna be
The rehab will take 2 months.
Take a month. Yeah, less than 2 months. So we're hoping to put it in the market in the next month and a half.
Okay.
We closed on it last week Monday, and this is where we're at right now. We're ready to start putting it back together again.
As far as your, and I know you won't know until you're done, okay? But personal time, obviously personal.
Bringing you everything real estate into your world. The Flippin' Reality Show with Paul and Andy. Woohoo! Hey everybody, welcome to the Flippin' Reality Show. This is Paul. We were at this property today with one of our community members. An awesome, I think it's a 4-bedroom house or something here that they got on a pre-foreclosure deal. Going to make some really good money off of this project. One of the things that I found was very interesting about this, that they've talked about during the process here, was that when they first contacted the seller, he had been talking to an attorney, and this attorney had advised him to let the house go. Now, that's not the first time I've ever heard that. I've had several deals where people had gotten advised by an attorney to do nothing, to let houses go, et cetera, and so on, because of the situations that were going on, especially when there's someone who passed away or a probate involved, something like that. You know, there's a saying that says, that kind of goes, most professionals aren't. And it's true, you know, I mean, and that's across the board. I'm not picking on attorneys here or real estate agents or, you know, but I mean, across the board, most professionals really aren't all that professional. There's also something called the 80-20 rule, where 80% of the people make 20% of the money because they know what's going on, you know? So it all depends on who people are working with, obviously, and especially when it comes to real estate items, you know, they might be talking to the family, you know, attorney from who knows when, who has never done a probate in their life, saying, oh, you know, you never want to do that. I might be talking to an attorney from out of state where they really don't know what property values are in the area where the house is, you know. So you want to try to make sure that you get a chance to talk to people and really get in there and find out what it is that they got going on. That was a key element there with this deal, is she actually was able to talk to the potential heir to the property, and it took a while, but able to get them to say basically, okay, well, if you can get some money out of this deal for me, let's go ahead and do it. Where the attorney basically said, you know, you're not going to get nothing, just walk away from it. So that's a tough one to get past, because, I mean, people believe in professionals, right? We're raised to believe in what the professionals say. They're professionals. They know, right? But they don't all know. If they're not real estate attorneys that they talk to, they may not have any idea. So that was a big key element that I got out of this one. Other than that, if you got any value out of this here today, go ahead and give us a like down below. Everybody, you know, let's help us share the word there with these likes, and go ahead and subscribe. Also, you know what? I want subscribe so you don't miss any of the good content. But I'm also going to ask you, you know, if you'd like to attend an event like this, go check us out over on our Flippin' Reality Facebook page. We talk about our events over there. Go ahead and you can come out to one of these, whether it's here in Arizona or across the country. You don't have to be right here. We have events like this all over the place all the time. So go ahead and check.